Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Mafex Superman, Cyborg Superman, the return of Superman, action figure Mafex. Okay, I didn't get this guy the first time he came out. I missed it. It sold out and I didn't get one, but I finally got one because they did a reissue. It is still in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. This figure is touted as being really good, and in a lot of ways it really is. There are some things you need to know about it though, for sure, if you are at all a discerning collector, and I'm assuming you are if you're watching this video. So we're going to talk about all of it. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. Nice package, looks pretty good. I wish there was a little bit more of him. He's cut off a little bit, you know, he could have moved him up a little bit, but whatever. Still looks decent. Plenty of window for the figure, a little bit of light getting in at the top for those of you displaying in the package. On the side, he looks pretty nice, looks better than he does in real life because the cape is a different color. And on the back, they do really nice packaging on the back. Love that. Lots of nice color, nice photos, shows what you're getting in the box. Very good. But again, the cape color, very different from what we have here. So that's going to be an issue on this part. It's maybe not the best photo, but yeah, decent packaging, as is usually the case for Mafex. So let's get into this question of the day. Are you guys into the whole return of Superman, or that whole storyline where we have all the different this is tied in with like Superboy and Steel and all that, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know anything about Superman. I thought they were all connected, but now that I'm saying it, I'm like, I don't actually know. So you guys can let me know. I think that's all the same stuff, though. Are you guys into all the extra stuff? I don't like Superman, so I don't care. I do like the design for Cyborg Superman, minus like things like this, like a little bit of, you know, with the straight lines. I always thought that was weird, but it also looks kind of cool. So he stands just about 16.6 centimeters. That's going to make him roughly, I don't know, 6 5/8. So he's pretty tall. Here he's up against Darwin. He's taller than Darwin. And he has some decent size to him. For a Mafex, they're usually pretty slender. He's not that slender. He's still kind of slender, but he's pretty darn thick and he's tall. This is a fairly substantial figure. And it looks good generally at first glance. I love the body. I think they nailed the silver. I think they nailed the blue. They nailed the red. There's a little bit of shading going on throughout. It's very clean. There's paintwork going on throughout the silver parts. Not just the silver, which is not marbly plastic. Thank you very much. But you get that panel lining wash situation. Very nice. The figure is pretty darn gorgeous. The head sculpt and paint. Love it. Nailed it. That is excellent. Where the figure falls flat, well, there's two areas, but one way worse than the other. The first one is the lower legs are still really long. This is one of their older figures, and so that throws off the proportioning. But on this guy, it's hardly noticeable, so I don't even care about that so much. As much of a stickler as I am for proportions, it doesn't bother me on this guy because you don't notice it. But on this guy, they did the same thing they've done with so many figures, and that is screw up the cape. The concept is not good in the first place. I mean, the concept is okay, but they haven't executed it well, in my opinion. They have these stupid things in here again, which are supposed to help the cape sit properly. The cape is already wired. You don't need these. And they're visible a lot of the time. It's really, really annoying. They're ugly. They are not necessary at all. And all they do is make the cape extra thick around the head, and it makes it difficult for you to pose it. So I hate those things. But even beyond those things, see, it's just, you can't really hide them unless you don't pose the cape. It makes no sense. But this guy's cape is just the wrong color. This is like a burgundy almost. I hope it's showing up well on camera for you guys, but it should be basically the same red. Different material, but same red as the rest of the red, give or take. This is very much like a Christmas red. It's very much a burgundy as opposed to just a nice red. So that's an issue. And then also, it is humongous, as Mafex is known for doing. You don't need a cape that big on every figure. They're not Spawn. Like, I get it, in some panels, capes are drawn extra big sometimes, but not on Superman typically, and I assume Robot Superman is the same thing. But this is a really, really, really big cape. And sure, you're going to be able to use it for some photos sometimes where it's like, oh, extra dramatic, like the Jim Lee covers where the cape for Batman at least is really big and Spawn-like and things like that, sure. But generally speaking, it's just way too much material. 99% of the time, it's going to be annoying and intrusive in your posing and in your display. So I don't care for that. But otherwise, he's pretty nice looking. I don't like the way the arm connects over here, especially. This side's not as noticeable because it's a robot side. But they made his arm pegs a little bit long, which does broaden him, and it looks nice. But it also looks bad because the shoulders are very disjointed from the body. So as good as he looks, there are definitely some of those earlier Mafex vibes which definitely hold the figure back. So aesthetically, I'm going to give this guy only an 8 out of 10. He does look nice, but there are plenty of problems. Now as far as accessories go, in addition to the standard Mafex display stand, we get no alternate head, you don't really need it. You get a decent spread of hands, nothing crazy, but that's going to be plenty. But then you do get the alternate arm, which has the toaster on the end, that does have the 2 blast effects that look pretty nice. I don't know if I like the way they line up quite right, but I guess they're fine. Yeah, it's a pretty good effect. If you want the toaster arm, you do get it, and it does look fine with or without the blast effects, and they are the same color, so that's, I mean, each one, like, there's different colors. They're shaded, but they match. What figure? Batman Beyond from Revoltech the other day didn't match. Yeah, it looks nice. Not the most accessories, though. I think they could probably give us a little bit more, so I'll just go 7 out of 10. There's not really that, I guess you could say 8 if you want. We'll go 8 just to be generous. He does have a display stand, but we'll go 8. Not the most, but enough. Now, as far as articulation goes, does this guy work well? Some Mafex do, some Mafex don't. We already talked about the cape. It is wired all the way around, which is nice. I like the cape. If they got rid of these stupid things, which serve really no purpose. Look at that. I can just bend the cape where I want it, Mafex. Why do you think I need this? I don't, is the answer. That's nuts. If I can do this, I can pose it however I want. This is so dumb. Dumb, don't do it. Anyway, the head and neck are on ball pegs as usual, but because the cape is so clumsy up here, you have very little room for his head actually to go next to the cape. You'll still be able to pose it, but it's way more limited than it needs to be. Looking up isn't the best, but it will do. It's okay. But yeah, double ball peg at the top, ball peg at the bottom. It does give her a lot of nice nuanced posing. This joint here, it's their older style, so it has a little bit less range. It'll work, but it's nothing crazy. Like, you're going to get plenty of poseability out of it, but it's not like it's Nightwing or some of the other ones that have been a little bit better. It's still gappy and not as refined as they are nowadays, but it's functional, so it's okay. And if you don't mind the gap, then you'll be fine. But if you don't like it, it's definitely there. Bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow is okay. The wrists are on ball hinges. That's all fine. That's all pretty good. Let's see how the torso works. He leans back all right. It's not a ton, but it's fine. And then going forward, almost none. That sucks. Going to the side, oh wow. Really almost none. It's just a little wiggle. You can force. Okay, there you go. Mine was just tight. Let's see if I can get anything else to go. So going to the side works. Let's see. Maybe I freed that up. Does it go farther? No, it still doesn't go forward. Okay. Yeah, okay, forward and back are still the same. Side to side, it's all right. Rotation is nice, so that's all right. And then for the waist, you get all the rotation and a lot more leaning forward. That makes up for it. So with both of them, he can lean forward pretty well. That's good. And then with both of them going back, he actually ends up better at going forward. But it's good enough for sure. And then side to side. Ooh, it caught and scratched. Son of a, why? Why are things like that happening? There's like a little chunk right there at the top that caught the bottom and scratched the paint off. Come on, man. Every freaking Mafex figure I have ends up with some kind of issue like that. That's so annoying. But yeah, his torso ends up working well because of that. Why? Drop down hips, standard. They are a little bit wide when they're up, but it's not too bad, so that's okay. Going out to the side, you get pretty good range. That's nice. Going forward. Oh, God. Okay, well, we can get that extra plastic out of there. So they pop off too easily. When you try to squish the diaper with the leg, they just pop off. So you get effectively that much range, which is not the worst, but it's not the best. And legs that pop off are annoying. So this is definitely an older Mafex figure. Speaking of which, I got another version. I got the repaint of the reissue of the Cyclops. It's even worse than the first one. They didn't improve it at all. What a pile of garbage that was. Knee is nice enough. That's fine. Knees are all right. All right, and then for the ankle, it's a ball hinge, but it's a little bit loose, but good range, so that's fine. No problems there. Toe hinge is actually a solid toe hinge. That's not the worst thing in the world. This one's not anywhere near as good. How did they do one the right way and one the wrong way? Look at that. What the heck? This is right. See how it's a straight line? This is wrong. Goodness gracious. What the heck? This one's bad. Yeah, this figure is deceptively good or deceptively bad. I never know how to use that saying. It's not as good as it looks, is what I'm trying to say. His articulation's going to get a 6 out of 10. Okay, I'll be fair. 7 out of 10. I don't like that the torso scratched itself when I wasn't even really doing anything with it. I'm probably being overly critical now that I'm upset with the figure, but it could be a lot better. It'll do. I've heard the McFarlane figure is nice. That's another one that sold out before I could get it, so that one's a lot cheaper, or at least it is at MSRP. I don't know about secondhand prices, but it definitely looks good enough if you don't mind the burgundy cape and the long lower legs. That's an issue, but it's not too bad for the legs. I don't know. This figure, I want to love it. I want to love it so bad, but then the more I handle it, the more I look at it, the more it bothers me. The legs popping off, really annoying. The toe hinge that doesn't work on one side, really annoying. The cape that looks goofy, really annoying. The body looks great, mostly, so I don't know. I'm going to just average it down to a 7. What do you guys think about this figure? Is it as good as everyone says it is, or are the problems enough to bother you, or are they not? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. But that's it for me, so thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.